This is the truth. Brothers and sisters, I want to witness to you about the dangers of the months to come. The zombulation is at hand. His judgment is upon us. Soon he will send legions of undead to feast upon our very souls, because of our sins and sinful nature. This is a warning that has come to us from the past, and that very few of us wish to hear. So many of us are proud and think we know it all, but we ignore him, his judgment and his warnings. But we've been given a book to prepare us for the days to come, and I want to read a few of the wonderful things said within. You've got to stop being so proud, and you need to open your mind, because this is the truth. Solanum works by travelling through the bloodstream, from the initial point of entry to the brain. Through means not fully yet understood, the virus uses cells of the frontal lobe for replication, destroying them in the process. During this period, all bodily functions cease. By stopping the heart, the infected subject is rendered dead! Dead! The brain, however, remains alive, but dormant. That's Psalm 2:14-17. Then there's this passage. Solanum is 100% communicable and 100% fatal. Fortunately for the human race, the virus is neither waterborne nor airborne. Humans have never been known to contract the virus from elements in nature. A zombie bite, yes, a zombie bite, although by far the most recognizable means of transference, is by no means the only one. Now that's Psalm 3:24-26. So you see, it's real, it's scientifically authenticated. But that's not all. It's also validated by other historians and histories. Now, this is an excerpt from a Hindu text circa 1000 BCE, and it states quite clearly, "He comes from the grave, his body a home of worms and filth, no life in his eyes, no warmth in his skin, no beating of his breast. His soul as empty and dark as the night sky. He laughs at the blade, spits at the arrow, but they will not harm his flesh. For eternity he will walk the earth, smelling the sweet blood of the living, feasting upon the bones of the damned. Yes, the damned! Beware, for he is the living dead." See, this isn't just some crackpot notion that a bunch of people have come up with. It's validated extra zombily. So, this is something for which you need to ready yourself. It is coming. There have been numerous outbreaks across the planet. Every time you hear about explosions, every time you hear about riots, every time you hear about wars, think to yourself, is this just a riot? Is this just an explosion? Is this just a war? Or could it be the very first step in the zombulation of the world? What is the media trying to hide? All of those riots are just cover-ups by the government, who doesn't want us to know or to prepare for the inevitable fate of mankind.
Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murder. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
You need to get off your knees and prepare for this. As the good book says, let me just find the page. Here we go. Forgive the expression, but places of worship are a mixed blessing. The main advantage of most churches, synagogues, mosques, and other houses of worship is that they are built to withstand forced entry. Most have heavy wood doors or metal doors. Windows tend to be high off the ground. But then it goes on to say, and this is important, however, the protection they offer during an outbreak will never be enough against the horde of zombies that are sure to come. See, written there. The Walking Dead attacked churches for one good reason. It's there, right? I'm not making this up. It's where the food is. Despite their education, technical savvy, and professional disinterest in the spiritual world, urban Americans run screaming to their gods at the first sight of zombies. The places of worship, you see that? Yeah? The places of worship crammed with people loudly praying for the souls have always served as beacon for the undead. Now, listen to this. This is the scientific fact. This is science speaking. It's corroborated by many, many, many scientists. Aerial photographs have shown zombies migrating slowly, steadily, and with increasing numbers towards their future slaughterhouse, the nearest church. There it is. There it is, brothers and sisters. There it is. So there you have it. Oh, by the way, that's Zom 81, 30 to 35, and Zom 82, 1 through 10. Now, you say, well, okay, maybe you're right about this. This really is scientifically backed. It's not just some crackpot idea. So many thousands of people have opened their hearts and they believe in this stuff. So it must be true. But what can I do? What can I do? Well, I want you to read the good book. Read the good book. All of the answers are in this. And don't believe the skeptics when they tell you that, that they'll say that it's not proven. They say that it's just fiction, fairy tales, that it's just some stuff made up by a guy called Max Brooks. That's not true. That's not true. It's not made up. It's the fact. But the sad truth is that they will be the first one to die. The skeptics, the cynics, the bitter little people who are not willing to accept the good news and who are not willing to look at the warnings of zombulation in the world. They will be the first to die when the zombies come and purify the land. Now, in the meantime, you need to go out and you need to get yourself a good crowbar or something that you can use to sever the head or destroy the brain. A pickaxe will do. If you have a firearm, make sure that you know how to use it. Always aim for the head. Always aim for the head, and try not to use weapons that are too long, because they tend to get up on you, up close and personal. You want to whack them over the head, take them out in one blow. Anyway, read the book, be ready. Be on the lookout in your area for mysterious flu-like symptoms or drops in communication that you can't explain, or telltale riots. Yeah, right, riots. Right. So, we all know what those are. Now, don't forget, sever the head or destroy the brain. Now, go get ready.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.